Thank you for joining us today and welcome to our session today on strengthening community resilience with innovative health and life insurance. This session is being recorded and will be available on the Financial Inclusion Week platform beginning on October 8th. I'm Azalea Karish, Learning and Insights Manager at SCBF, and I'm delighted to be moderating today's session with my colleague Sarita Mohanty, Senior Communication and Operations Officer at the Swiss Capacity Building Facility. And thank you to the speakers joining us today. We have Solène Favre from VisionFund International, Maurice Mohire from Sanlam Allianz, and we have Grace Dushimimana from VisionFund Rwanda. Before we get started, I'd like to give you a bit of a background and an introduction to our session today. So SCBF is a public-private platform that leverages funding and technical expertise to drive financial inclusion and promote financial inclusion and improve the quality of life for low-income households and farmers, MSMEs, and women. We support financial services in terms of testing, innovating, scaling, and replicating solutions with financial service providers and high-impact enterprises. And under the umbrella of financial inclusion, we focus on health, agriculture, inclusive finance enablers, and housing. To date, we've covered over 200 projects in 50 countries, providing innovative financial services for almost 5 million clients. And insurance is one of the many products in the SCBF portfolio that protects these populations and builds their resilience. VisionFund International has been a key partner in successfully developing a savings-linked insurance model, focusing on the coverage of death, accident, and health for savings group members. And today we'll be hearing about the experiences piloting and scaling insurance for savings groups in Malawi and Ghana, and now also in Rwanda. The financial barriers that critically hinder access to health services are a major challenge still today, even though there are a lot of developments and improvements in many countries. And a lot of surveys are showing that people are foregoing healthcare or delaying healthcare because of the cost. So Solène, I would like to invite you to start us off and talk to us about the work that you're doing at VisionFund International and some of the learnings from the first pilots with savings-linked insurance in Malawi and Ghana.
Thank you, Azalea. So hi, everyone, and very happy to be here on this webinar today. We will be talking about VisionFund, about World Vision, and how at VisionFund we strengthen the resilience of the community through health and life insurance. Before going into the detail of what we are doing at VisionFund and World Vision, just a few words on VisionFund. So VisionFund is a network of MFI. We have 1.3 million borrowers in around the globe, and 69% of our borrowers are women, and 65% are in the rural area. We provide loan, but also insurance, savings, and financial education. So today we will be talking about insurance and the impact of insurance and how we strengthen the capacity and the resilience of the communities. On insurance, we have in our network of MFI, we work with several products of insurance products that cover the people like credit life, health, accidents, but also insurance products that cover the business of our entrepreneurs and all our borrowers, like crop, livestock, business interruption, for example. We have 1 million active policies, and we cover 2.8 million people in the world. We collect $12 million in terms of premium. And here in this example, we will see how VisionFund, this microfinance entity of World Vision, serve World Vision. So we are all under the same roof with World Vision. We are the microfinance subsidiary of World Vision, and World Vision is the NGO who is focusing on the long-term development work on child health, livelihood, education, disaster response, and of course, child protection. So next slide, please, Azalia. We will in the next slide, here we explain why we focus on health and life. In fact, we took the international statistics that are available to everyone. So what we see is like 2 billion people face financial hardship each year because they have to fund their own health cost. We also see that 100 million people are pushed into extreme poverty because they have to pay their health cost. And we also see that 5 million children under the age of 5 die from untreated illnesses. So what we did is we took these international statistics and we looked deeper into the communities that we serve through World Vision, through VisionFund, and we just conducted field survey in more than 10 countries now. And here are some examples of field survey that we conducted recently. So in Malawi, for example, a country where the health system is public and the health system is free of charge in terms of medical cost, still we can see that 90% of people surveyed here say that health is the most frequent risk that they have. So even if there is a national scheme in place, health is still the priority in terms of risk and also in terms of financial consequences of the risk and out-of-pocket expenses. In Ghana, we can see that 88% of people that we surveyed got an illness in the past 12 months. So it's frequent. Again, it's a frequent risk. And same for Bangladesh, 89%. It's a survey that we conducted in June. We can see, so out of all the field surveys that we conducted, 9 out of 10 countries risk the health risk as the first risks that impact the communities that we serve. So that's the reason why we focused on health and life while implementing and thinking about a solution for World Vision. The next slide is about the World Vision, who we are talking to. What is our target population when we design a product for World Vision? Maybe the graph is a bit small, but you see 3 colors. The orange one is World Vision, the blue one is VisionFund, and the green one is more the local market. So when we see the target of World Vision, the target of World Vision is a bit lower in terms of economic scale compared to VisionFund communities. So what we are doing is really, with the experience that we have with VisionFund, with our borrowers, how we can adjust that and create a product that will also bring some resilience and also bring some protection for the beneficiaries of World Vision. So going deeper again into the vulnerability of people that we want to serve. What we see is when we surveyed about the communities of World Vision is that the coping mechanism that they use is just to get some support from the savings group. So they deplete their savings, or they take a loan, or they use all the money that they can have. But what is really critical is how they behave when there is a health expenses that they cannot cover. They just take children out of school, or they serve less food to the family, or they sell assets. So it's really key that we look at this target population, the beneficiaries of World Vision. So this is what we did, and we started thanks to the support of SCBF. We started in Ghana and in Malawi. How we can serve the beneficiaries of World Vision. We targeted first the savings group of World Vision with a model that we wanted to be voluntary on health and life insurance products and distributed by the World Vision volunteers. The operational costs were taken supported by the donor SCBF here. In Ghana and in Malawi, we started in 2021 for the year 2021 and 2022. So 2 years of pilot that we could learn from which we could learn a lot. In terms of results, in Malawi, we had 3,606 people covered and 20,000, more than 20,000 people who receive an insurance literacy training, because the product that we implement comes along with some financial training around the concept of insurance, but also some health training around women health or child health, for example, or malaria, how to protect ourselves against malaria, for example. In Ghana, in terms of results, we have 12,886 people being covered in Ghana and 13,000 receiving the literacy training. In Ghana, we should say that this product is a family product with up to 8 people in the family being covered. So that's also the reason why we have much more people covered in Ghana compared to Malawi from the product that we implemented. Of course, we are not an insurance company, so we work with the local insurance company, and we at VisionFund International help and support our local teams, VisionFund Ghana, VisionFund Malawi here in this example, to negotiate with the local providers in order to design a product that is that fits the needs of the beneficiaries here. We face a lot of challenges. The first challenge is around the sustainability of this program. As you can see, the volume is still quite low, especially in Malawi. And how can we go further in this model? We also have some challenges around the coverage of the operational cost after the donors funding being over. So what we did is, with all these lessons learned from Ghana and Malawi, we adjusted this program, and we decided to test something that is a bit different, and with a product that is embedded to another type of savings group that is called at VisionFund Fast Group. So it's World Vision Savings Group being mature enough to get a loan from VisionFund, and then we attach health and life product to those fast loan. So we have the World Savings Group that receive the insurance coverage. Next slide, Azalea, please. We recently had the result of a 60 decibel survey that was conducted in Ghana and another one in Malawi. From this 60 decibel survey, what we see is, so we have promising results, of course, and thank God, but we also have some challenges that remain. As a promising result, we can see that in Ghana and Malawi, when targeting the beneficiaries of World Vision, we are really going deep into the vulnerability of the population. So over 70%, we can see in Ghana an exceptional inclusivity ratio. That means that the population that we target in Ghana through the savings group of World Vision here, this target population was much more vulnerable than the average, so 3 times more vulnerable than the average, and we really see that we are going deeper into this economic scale that I show you, and we are really serving the most vulnerable people here in this program. What we can see also is the impact on reducing financial stress. We see that in Malawi, for example, 71% of people responding to this survey declare that their financial stress has decreased and with a drastic change, and that helped them to invest more and better manage their financial income and invest more into their business. We can see that in Ghana, 73% declare that their financial stress decreased, and again, more ability to invest in their own business, knowing that an insurance is here in case they face financial hardship due to illness, for example. We could see also that when they get a claim payout, they had a good use of this claim payout. 92% used this claim payout to pay for their health expenses. So we can highlight the need. And we also see that in Ghana, for example, 72% of people say that the product was very easy to understand. And this is key because communication, education, sensitization, action are always a key part of the success of a program, because if people, they don't understand the product, it's difficult to use. And this linked to the challenges that still remain. In Malawi, 20% face difficulties, such as a product that is not fulfilling the promises. So at least what they understood from the promises of the product. So that's why, again, education is really key, just to make it clear to the people that a product that is at $10 a year covering the whole family cannot cover 100% of all the medical costs, for example. So education is really key. In Ghana, 27% said that they had some difficulties, highlighting the difficulty to access to our agents. So again, we have some challenges, and we are working on it, of course. We have identified where the challenges are, and we are working on it to improve. Now, where we are in this development, you will hear just after me Grace from VisionFund Rwanda explaining how we adjusted the Ghana and Malawi program to implement something a bit different, and with again promising results in Rwanda. So you will see, and I will not talk more about Rwanda, but we also had a pilot in Uganda with close to 14,000 people being covered in this financial year 24 that ends today, and with a rollout that is expected soon. We have some new pilots expected in financial 25, which is starting tomorrow. In Tanzania, in Ghana, and also in Zambia. So you can see all the journey that we have taken here from Ghana and Malawi, going very deep in the vulnerability of the communities that we want to serve, learning from the challenges that we face, adjusting in order to pilot in Rwanda and in Uganda. And Grace will now explain you all the results and the process that we have implemented in Rwanda. So thank you, and over to you, Grace.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Soren and Azaria, and hi to everyone. I'm happy to share the practical experience for VisionFund Rwanda. Maybe just Soren has highlighted the background for VisionFund International. It will not take too much of my time. Just VisionFund Rwanda is a microfinance subsidiary of World Vision and VisionFund International. We started our operation in 1997. And we got the central bank license to operate as a deposit-taking microfinance in 2004. Actually, this year we are turning 20 years with that license from the regulator. So our vision is like the one for the entire network, is for every child life in all its fullness, our prayer for every heart, then we to make it so. Our mission, we believe in the bright future of the children, empowering families to create income and jobs, and we unlock economic potential for community to thrive. In the product that we are offering in VisionFund Rwanda, we offer microloans, micro savings, and micro insurance, of course, with financial education. We currently have 8 branches across the country, and we serve more than 33 active borrowers, and we have, out of them, 65 are women. And also our presence in rural area is above 90%. And also as a deposit-taking microfinance, we have also the over 35,000 voluntary savers. Yes, of course, as I mentioned about the product, we started also to offer the insurance product. Actually, we started around 2019. With the credit life for the clients being individual CBs. Then in 2023, learning from the experience of the other MFIs in the network, That's when VisionFund Rwanda management, in support with VisionFund International, we thought about developing a funeral insurance product for the first client. First is the Finance for Accelerating Savings Group for Transformation, and it is commonly known as VSLA model. By that time, when we started in August 2023, we had VisionFund Rwanda, we had around 1,000 borrowers, and out of them, 26,000 were first client in more than almost 100,000 savings group, which represented 84% of our clients. Imagine that big client number whom did not have any insurance product. So we thought about what can we do to help these people. In 2021, we conducted a survey in support with VisionFund International, and the survey results show that 98% of respondents say that they benefit from the National Health Scheme, which is the government scheme. However, 83% replied that there are several other costs that they would be better to get the cover, such as medical treatment, medicine, accommodation, loss of the income while they are hospitalized. So based on that, those results we discussed with the VisionFund International, what can we do to develop a product that can help the savings group? Yeah, we invited 3 insurance companies, and actually Sanlam was selected to be the insurance company to provide the first insurance product which is suitable for the savings group. So we agreed on terms and condition, and also we agreed on the timeline to start the pilot, which we started in August 2023 within 3 branches that implemented the first product. So based on what we discussed with the insurance, of course, we developed the product which was mandatory for the first groups, especially those who are taking loans above almost 400 USD. And also, that product was attached to the loan duration. That product only covered the policyholder, and the premium was paid through the loan amount. So, of course, as you can see on the screen, there are some benefit attached, around $120 in case of death and disability, and the premium was around $0.16 per month per one of group member. So later on, we conducted a survey just to understand how clients are embracing the product, if they are happy about what the product is, if they are meeting the expectation. Of course, the big number of the group's members were happy about the product. However, they shared their valid feedback that some of them, they are losing the income while they are hospitalized, and they raised the concern that the product is not covering the family members, which is really an issue for them. So what we thought is just to see what can we do to work on revamping the product so that it responds to the client need, because all what we do is just to make sure that our clients are satisfied by the services that we are offering to them. So they showed the interest on having the coverage, which can be even extended to their family members. After getting those feedback, again, we worked on the product. As you can see on the screen, the results show that how much they are being affected in case of the hospitalization, the loss of the income, the cost of the insurance, to see how sent out the tenders, and we ended up selecting again the Sanlam, maybe because of they were very quick to understand our needs. We worked together to pilot, to design the product which is suitable to the clients. So in January 2024, we piloted again this Hospicash insurance product. Again, those 3 branches. Now, this time it was covering all the family members. So we worked with Sanlam again, with the VisionFund International, with the support of SBF to design the product and even to learn how to launch it. This time, we, of course, because it was now covering the family members, the premium has increased slightly, especially when it comes to the considering the family member to 0.38 USD per month for a family of 6. And also, of course, the benefit increased to 112 in case of death and 0.7 day in case of hospitalization. So this product, maybe we changed on how or we onboarded it because it was attached to all first loan, which is above 624 USD. And it's the same as like the first pilot, it was just attached to the loan tab. So what we did, we invested a lot in empowering our staff to know how to sell the product. Because I think, as I mentioned, yes, we got the license before, but we started with the micro loans and micro insurance. Actually, the insurance was a new product for us and VisionFund Rwanda. So it required that we invested a lot in financial education. So based on the support or based on the support that we received to ACBF, we managed to invest in product development, but also it went beyond the product development because they got the support to train the staff. So we started with empowering our staff because for us to make sure that they are also getting the concept of the insurance, they are able to educate the client. We started with the training to the staff, to all staff, starting from the branch staff, all the staff in the operation, even the head office. Based on the CBF support, we are able to get the international support, the international trainers to come and be on field, train the staff on how to sell the insurance product, try going to the field, meet the client, talk to them to improve the selling skills. So from that, also we selected the best, if I can say, field officer supervisors who at the end go out to train also the field officers. So after training the field officers, we also have the task to make sure that the training or the education is well cascaded to the client, because for them to understand the context, for them to know that they know how the product is working, how to pay the premium, how to file a claim in case there is a claim. So that was a process. And I think for me, the education was very key to the success of this product. And what I can say, also the VisionFund SCBF facilitated us to have a fully dedicated financial insurance officer who worked closely with our insurance partner, Sanlam, and through their support to the staff, even responding to the queries, being on the hotline, being on client requests. This really helps us to make sure that the pilot is running smoothly. Please proceed to the next slide. So as you can see, of course, we draw different reasons along the process. One that I can mention is the engagement with VisionFund Rwanda, with Sanlam, with ACBF. We couldn't do it alone as VisionFund if we couldn't get that support, because actually we got the support from the product development, education, a pilot. Even currently we are still getting the support from all those stakeholders. And also another thing that we learned is that the most important thing is the staff buy-in. Because as you know, the savings group members, they have raw, if I can say, low level of financial literacy, sometimes with low, or actually with limited resources. They are most vulnerable people. So educating them was really very key, because staff at some point were just feeling pity of the client, saying, no, this premium will be too much for them. But once we got those trainings, even the staff buyout, they were even able confidently to go out and educate the clients. And that's where we started to see the product succeeding. So as I mentioned, having a dedicated staff supported by ACBF was also an important thing, enabler to success of the project, because this person is fully dedicated, working with our staff, were guiding them on how to handle clients, how to handle the claims, also being the link to Sanlam and also to VisionFund International, and also always update the management on the client needs, on the client feedback, and this really help us to succeed in the implementation of this product. And also having the cover for the entire family. I think this is really a lesson that we learn. Always be ready to get the feedback from the client through different surveys, through calls, claims that they have, and also react on them. Because if we didn't respond to them, I think that the product wouldn't be successful. But having this spirit of responding to the client's needs, understanding their voice, and work on them, I think this is really something that we learn. And also, as I mentioned, the education was very key for the success, being the client education and staff education. And also, the last thing that we learn is while working with these people with low level of financial literacy, it is really good to start with a simple product that they can understand, that they can embrace, then make sure that you enhance the product as they are getting used to the product. And I think this led us to have an emerged product, which you called currently Humura. It's like Humura is a local name that we went after embedding the entire package, Hospicash and Term Life. We call it Eat Humura, which is like take heart, don't worry, just to give the comfort in case people is sick, is hospitalized, or maybe is losing their loved ones. So next slide on the results and the next step, please. So if you can see, these are just numbers of the result that we have achieved so far. So we've already have enrolled 957 groups with over 13,000 policy. These are just group members in the savings group, whereby 74% are female, and we are able to cover over 40,000 of the family members, of which 948 are children. This is really something that we are proud of, because it's helping us to reach the more vulnerable people in the rural area who did not have any other linkages to any form of financial insurance products. And also, if you can see the premium that we are collecting and the claims that we are paying, so it is really showing up these results. And actually, as next step, we have already conducted the survey, and we are in the plan of scaling up the product, not only to those 3 branches. We also want to do the scale up even the other branches. But also the other thing that we are planning based on the results and the feedback that we collected is that we want the product to be piloted even to the individual client, even to the other groups that we have, what we normally call community banking groups and solidarity groups. So we are expecting to see more, and as we hope that this will help us to continue support the people in need. So another thing that we are planning is to have a 6DB survey. Yes, we conducted internal survey when we wanted to pilot and even as the follow-up, but we also have an external person experienced in conducting survey, so that we can really have proof of the impact based on the survey that we are planning to conduct very soon. Thank you. Over to you, Azaria.
Thank you, Grace, and thank you, Solen, for setting the context of the lessons learned and the experiences that you're having across Africa and Rwanda, and also in Malawi and Ghana. I think there's a lot of important learning that's been going on with each of the pilots and different iterations that are happening with the products, and also, you know, really listening to what the clients are wanting and needing. And Maurice, I will turn it over to you to talk to us a little bit more about the partnership with VisionFund and from your perspective as well, you know, developing the product and the iterative process of designing the insurance product specific for the Vision Fund customer segment, which I believe is a bit of a new experience on your side. So I turn it over to you.
Thank you very much, Azaria. Good afternoon, everyone, and good morning for those who are in Rwanda. My name is Maurice Muhire. I'm heading corporate business and Sanlam Allianz Life Insurance PLC. For the agenda of today, I will talk a bit about the journey in Sanlam. I will again talk about the process of engaging with VisionFund Rwanda and the process of refining the solution, the feedback of the clients, the products that has been designed on both party, and the insurance penetration when it comes to this particular joint partnership with Sanlam and Vision Fund. If you can go to the next slide. So Sanlam Allianz Life Insurance. For those in Rwanda, Sanlam is a new name, but is a union of two local companies, which was Soras and Kolal. And very recently, we have been joined by a German company called Allianz, which is a very largest non-banking financial service organization in the world and in Africa. That has makes Sanlam Allianz one of the biggest insurance company in Africa. In Rwanda, we have a market share of 60%. In terms of market share, we do offer insurance services to both individual and groups. Sanlam Allianz in Rwanda has a green indicator when it comes to what is being considered as financial indicators in Rwanda. And Sanlam Allianz is known as the way of the payment when it comes to claim. We really pay claim very quickly. And when it comes to funeral, we normally do it in 24 hours because it's quite easy in Rwanda to get access to the document. As for those living in Rwanda, we have Ilembo, and it's quite easy for someone at the hospital to get papers, what we ask when claims happen, and something that can be obtained from any of those digital platforms for less than 24 hours, which allow us to pay a claim very quickly. If we can go to the next slide. Sanlam Allianz Life Insurance have been growing since 2018 from 9 billion to 30 billion in 2023. If we see the numbers where we are right now, all of them due to the partnership as one we have with Vision Fund and people now starting understanding the good things of having an insurance policy with them, especially financial institution working together with some insurance company to serve more clients. If before even going to the partnership between Vision Fund and Rwanda, we realized that we had the same vision when it comes to financial inclusion of the penetration of an insurance. And that was very easy for us. As Grace mentioned, we have even been lucky to being selected by a Vision Point to work together. But in reality, we had the same vision when it comes to financial inclusion, serving more clients and contributing to the insurance penetration. If we can go to the next slide. So we start now talking about the process of engaging with the Vision Fund Rwanda and their client to design the solution. As I've mentioned, life insurance penetration in Rwanda is particularly low. Even now we are speaking, it's almost 1.3%, especially within the informal sector. Most of the 70% of Rwanda population is engaging in agricultural activities. And when we see the numbers, we are more attracted by the people in formal sector than informal sector. I will explain the challenges and the reason why it was a quite complex for a life insurance to serve those people in the informal sector. So we have come out with, before even engaging with VisionFund, we used to design a product, come out with a digital way of to see if we can really serve those clients. For them having or not having use of technology here, I mean smartphones and any other digital material, and it was not quite success. The first challenge was the correction of premium. I still remember we had an agreement with one of the fishermen. We went to this fisherman ecosystem, and we had an agreement with one of the cooperative, with the fishermen. They allowed us to work together so that we can distribute life insurance to their members. But the issue was now on a correction of premium, where they say that, okay, we are not allowed because of most of the cooperative, not all of them, but some had this issue of mismanagement. And they say that because of this issue, the mismanagement we had, they don't allow us to deduct any contribution to our members. So we are okay. You can sign this contract with us, but we'll be the one to go and correct premium for each member. You understand that a cooperative that has 3,000 members, correcting premium to each member is very, very complex, as our MNOs, when it comes to Airtel and MTN, they don't even have automatic standing orders, so that correction of premium can be done on monthly basis. It was quite an issue for us, but we have not stopped by there. We have continued trying to find solutions. And if we can go to the next slide. We had this, we were happy to see that, as I've mentioned, we have the same vision, even if we were not yet in partnership, but we had this same vision of serving more clients, increasing the insurance penetration. So we were lucky to find out that VisionFund also had the same idea, and they wanted to serve their clients. And we were also happy to be selected by VisionFund, as Grace mentioned, to be the insurance partner, so that we can run together this product. So we started by this funeral insurance product for group members only. As Grace mentioned, the family wasn't yet covered. But based on variable feedback from VisionFund Rwanda, extensive feed network, we end up adding this hospital cash coverage. We again go in details later. But in general, we received a very positive feedback from the people in the field, expecting those points that Chris mentioned with the family and loss of income due to illness, which has been addressed a bit later. So looking forward, our partnership with VisionFund Rwanda has been a success, and we are excited to expand this and cover more people, and by improving this life insurance penetration in Rwanda. With our product Humura, we aim to make a positive impact on lives of Rwanda. If you can go to the next slide. So this is a bit the process of engaging and the feedback received from the clients. So if we start by the introduction, the process began with the idea of developing an affordable funeral cover for groups. The solution, that's now the setting of the partnership with VisionFund. We started with this aims of developing a funeral product to the group with eco benefit. Eco benefit means everyone will be receiving the same amount of money in case of claims. I think Grace have shared with you the numbers in terms of what was payable in case funeral event happen. We had this challenge. I still remember we had some meetings on it. It was a KYC, which is being requested by the central bank, which is our regulator, correcting information for those members. It was quite complex. As I've mentioned, all of them are not, they don't have these digital means. You'll be surprised to find out that most, you can even, I'm not sure, but some may not even have telephones. So we end up addressing this issue to comply with the regulator by uploading national ID's image in our platform that we share together, and combining 10 IDs on one sheet of paper and be able to easily track and upload them in our system. This will again help us to comply with the regulator and to make us pay the claims quickly by knowing that this particular member with this particular ID belong to these particular groups in case an unfortunate event happen. So that, as I've for the third point, as I've mentioned, that has been able, it has allowed us to simplify the claims process. Now we can, in a moment, receive the required document to pay the claims. We know that this particular member belong to these groups. When we go to the system, you extract the image of those 10 IDs, you know that this particular person in these IDs was among this file that has been uploaded. And it's quite easy for us, as most of people in Rwanda knows, through the central bank, you can connect to the NIDA, National Identification Service. So once you have the ID number, you can easily extract other information being requested by our regulator, means address, marshal status, and the other things. You can extract them easily by using the ID number. So having those ID number it has helped us a lot complying with the regulator. If you can go to the next slide. Yeah, that's one I've already mentioned, collaboration with NIDA to extract information, and easy for us upon our claims. As I've mentioned before, in Rwanda, it's quite easy because it was not going to be feasible to us or easy for us if it wasn't for the good governance that we have when it comes to the digitalize the process. So in Rwanda, it's quite very easy to get a death certificate, as I've mentioned, through Irembo. And in 24 hours, you can get a certificate from the hospital that your relatives has passed away. And that makes us, the insurance company, very easy for us to proceed when it comes to claims. And we trust our paper. There's no fraud so far. We have not accounted any fraud when it comes to paper, because all of them are being digitalized, which make the process a bit smooth and easy for us, insurance company. So the result when it comes to that, the partnership, the first, we have been able to create an affordable funeral product in the beginning and be able to sell. Grace have also shared with the number, almost 6,739 members in the group. That one was the first phase on funeral. So as Grace mentioned, we received the feedback, especially from the VisionFund officers, those who are on the field, about group member talking about the loss of income due to illness and the interest of extending the coverage to the entire family, including spouses and kids. And if we can go to the next slide, that was now the second phase. And again, VisionFund has again called all of us insurance company to again partnership with them through that new journey they wanted to do, and we were again lucky. We have been selected again to again develop an affordable product that can combine both funeral and this hospital cash, and we were able to come out with something that makes sense to those people, especially those in the groups and the lower income people. So, we this was the second phase of our project, which was now to combine funeral and another rider. That rider was hospital cash, and yeah, now we start seeing a very exceptional positive response. the number of groups requesting the coverage increased significantly, and both I think we had some meetings in here in Rwanda for both institutions, Sanlam and VisionFund, and the management team at Sanlam were very happy, not just to see how the penetration was a bit increasing, and see how now people were very happy with the service they were getting when it comes to this loss of income in terms of people being hospitalized and not able to work. So due to success of the product, we have been informed by VisionFund Rwanda that they have decided to roll out the cover across all the branches. The management of Sanlam were very happy to hear about that, and we look forward that we'll be having a quite again increasing of number in terms of people being covered under, and they want again to give this particular product to individual, as Grace have mentioned, and we again be happy to go together through the journey. So as I've mentioned, based on that, based on the positive feedback received from the field officer, we were happy to find out that VisionFund also come out with this great idea of naming the product with in our native language. They come out with this names called Humura. Humura can explain a quite number of can be explained in a very many ways, as Grace mentioned about don't worry or have this peace of mind. It has a quite number of meanings, but all of them have the same. It contain the same idea of people not being worried about getting sick when you are and not be able to get this income that you normally receive every day. There's someone out there, VisionFund will help you, and you know that this risk of getting sick is on you every day. You don't know when to hit, but the moment it hits, don't worry. VisionFund will be there and Sanlam to help you passing through. And as I've mentioned, the impact of combining funeral and hospital cash has been very successful. As by these numbers, you can see that in 2023 we had 6,000 members. By 2024, by even June, we already have 11,000 member, 450 member covered. It can, by the figures, you can notice that the success itself of combining both funeral and hospital cash. We look forward to come out with other great ideas with both parties. We are flexible, and we want to take this moment to again thank you, VisionFund, to have chosen Sanlam to go through together this journey. And we look forward to come out with more solution and product that can serve this population and make sure people live with this peace of mind, knowing that in any case of risk, they will always be covered and covered very quickly by paying claims in a very, very short time. And thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Maurice. That was really very informative. And I think apart from the numbers that we've seen, both in a foreign presentation, Mandy and Maurice, we have even the success story that we'd like to share with you. I know this is one of the clients who's even currently becoming the ambassador in our branches in our community. So we don't pray for the incident to happen, but at least when it happened, we are able to come and help our clients. Azaria, please go ahead and share the stories. Thank you.
Yitwa Bihangamanywa Venusti, nkaba ntuye mu karere ka Huye, nkaba ndi umuhinzi mworozi. VisionFund kwimenya, twaratsiranye n'abagenzi banjye dushinga ishyirahamwe tuvuga ubuhinzi bwa kawa, batubwira ko tugomba gutanga ubwishingizi bw'2,000 buri muntu. Twatanze amafaranga 2,000 buri muntu, bihwanye n'uko buri kwezi ari amafaranga 200. ubwishingizi batubwiye ko bugoboka umuntu igihe yagize ikibazo umuntu akitaba Imana, kugira ubumuga ubwo ari bwo bwose buhoraho budakira. Buri muntu bakamuha amafaranga 150 wagize ikibazo. Ubwo igihe cyarageze nza kugira ikibazo, umudamu wanjye yitabye Imana twandikiye VisionFund. Umudamu wanjye yitabye Imana, yaragurije amafaranga 50,000 bayampaye. Ubwo nahise nishyuramo ayo mafaranga 50,000 hamwe n'inyungu yabyo biba 75,000. Asigaye atangiye ku kigo abana barigaga, andi nyaha abahinzi barahinga kubera ko ntawajyagamo guhinga. Rwose yangiriye akamaro cyane, amashimira VisionFund. Nanjye ubwanjye bihangamanywa naje kurwara, ngira ikibazo njya kwa muganga, banca akaguru. Maze kunca akaguru mara amezi 3. Kaguru VisionFund nanjye bampa ya mafaranga 150. Ayo mafaranga 150 bampaye barayazaniye, bamaze kuyanzanira ndagenda nyaguramo ingurube 75,000. Asigaye ndongera nishyura abana iki gihembwe nanone, andi asigaye ngenda nyifashisha mu rugo n'aba bahinzi kubera ko ntari nkibasha guhinga, komeza kugenda afasha gutyo. N'ubu nkaba mbashimira ko bamfashe mu mugongo. Rwose ubwishingizi ni bwiza cyane, nkaba nshishikariza n'abandi kubyinjiramo, kandi nanjye bikaba byarangiriye akamaro cyane. Hari aho byamvanye n'aho byangejeje, byatumye niheba. Nkaba nabashimira VisionFund, nshimira n'abantu bamfasha mu bwishingizi.
Great, thank you. Thank you, Soleil, Grace, and Maurice for sharing all the details for the projects, not only in Rwanda, but in Ghana, Malawi, and your plans for future. And it's especially very heartening to see the ground level impact the project is creating in building resilience, which is the key objective of such programs. And some of the key takeaways for me from this program or wherever you are doing is education and sensitization of not only clients but staff is critical for the success of the such programs, because staff buy-in is very important for them to convince the clients to get onboarded. So the education and sensitization for clients and staff is crucial. Second, products and processes need to be monitored on a regular basis. It's not that once they are launched and we are done with it, but they need to be continuously monitored, improved, and refined based on feedback from the clients and staff, because they are the people who are doing the work on the ground and the clients utilizing the benefits. So it's very important to keep improving and refining the solution as we go ahead, because in that situation, it ensures the sustainability of the program and will also help in scaling up of the solution. And of course, without any doubt, it's just a proven fact, but such kind of stories and such programs, the success of such programs are underlining the fact that insurance, without any doubt, is a very crucial tool or important tool for strengthening the resilience of the communities, especially the marginalized groups, basically. So with this, I would like to thank all our esteemed panelists for sharing their experiences, learnings with all of us. And I would also like to thank all our audience members who took out time from their busy schedules to be a part of this session. Wishing you all a good rest of the day ahead. And thank you so much for joining me.